Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. News is a bit slow these days, so we're going to talk about Cardano. Charles Hoskinson, the archlord of delays and procrastination, has laid out his 2022 plans, and they might be important for those of you having Cardano in your investment wallet. I am staking some Cardano in the OCC pool to get the OCX when it actually comes out. So Hoskinson said a creation of a formal open source project structure for Cardano is on the cards, among other developments. His goal for the second half of 2022 is to figure out how to put all the pieces together and to get an end-to-end microfinance transaction in Cardano. So he's looking for microfinance, microtransactions maybe, and looking to do that in Cardano, which could get a lot of usage in Cardano. However, he wants to have a structure that oversees the creation of decentralized projects on the network, and that would be introduced. He wants a formal open source project structure that is going to be formed kind of like Hyperledger on Linux. I'm not exactly sure how Hyperledger actually works on Linux, and I'm not really sure what this said creating the said structure that oversees creation of DeFi decentralized products on the network, or dApps, would be introduced. I mean, you really wouldn't want a gateway to basically like filter dApps. So you can make one, you can't, this dApp is good, this dApp is not, because I think unless you have the entire community vote on each dApp, which would be extremely inefficient and pretty much practically impossible, you would actually get less decentralization that way. So I'm not exactly sure what he means by a structure that oversees the creation of decentralized products. Maybe there's like some kind of thing where if a decentralized structure is like scamming people, you can get like a lot of people to actually vote to say they're like, it's a scam or whatever, to protect people from scamming. I'm not exactly sure what this would actually be. Or is it just a system where people can point and click and make dApps? I can definitely see problems with that as well. So I know that Charles wants to make creation of dApps and smart contracts on Cardano very, very easy, but I'm not really sure if this is part of that, or if this is just like an overall structure to separate out good from bad dApps and how they're going to actually filter out the two. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Because Hyperledger isn't really a public ledger. Well, it's not really like a public blockchain to my knowledge. It's more private than public. So I'm not really sure how Cardano would actually follow in those footsteps. For those of you that don't know, Cardano was founded in 2015 and launched in 2017. And now it has a market cap of $51 billion. They achieved decentralization fully in April 2021, which is earlier this year. Took them a couple of years, but they finally did it. And obviously, September saw the public launch of smart contracts. But of course, a lot of those contracts were locked. We're still waiting for the launch of several of the dApps, especially several of the DeFi apps. And I think that's why Charles wants the decentralized structure in by the end of next year. Public DeFi applications are absent on Cardano in December 2021. But that's not deterring Hoskinson from visualizing widespread activity on the network in 2022. And we will have to see how much TVL Cardano can get within the first few months. Can they challenge Binance? Can they surpass Luna in terms of TVL? That's going to be important. If they only get a couple million or hundreds of millions, that's going to be a failure. If they get tens of billions, probably a success. A real person in Kenya or somewhere with a blockchain-based identity and credit score, stablecoin on the other side, Cardano is the settlement rail, he said. So they're going to do settlement, probably going to be based a lot on stablecoins. We know that Cody is making their stablecoin called the JED, so that's actually pretty exciting. They're also working on CIPs, otherwise known as Cardano improvement proposals, like EIPs or Ethereum improvement proposals. BIPs or Binance improvement proposals. So they're working on CIPs and VIPs, VeChain improvement proposal. So that's a set of community governed network enhancements that are slated to go live in 2022. They want human readable information for assets issued on Cardano, which would make things easier to understand, and a native web wallet for interacting with DeFi protocols. The problem with web wallets has always been kind of security, but maybe they'll actually be able to do that. Peer-to-peer is currently being tested with the stake pool operators on the testnet, and there's lots of stuff happening there. So I think an intrinsic web wallet for interacting with DeFi would be a pretty big hit. The peer-to-peer net framework aims to make the network more decentralized, with 11 operators initially serving as test subjects in a semi-public testnet. So they're actually testing that out. I think like the launch of DeFi, the launch of exchanges, DEXs, and the launch of this wallet will actually help the Cardano TVL by a lot. Remember when Cardano started staking, we got over 75%, and I do believe that a lot of people are waiting to yield farm with Cardano, and I do think the TVL will rise pretty quickly. So that's kind of like what's in plan for Cardano for next year. It's from CoinDesk. So like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.